Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nerds with Chainsaws podcast with your host, me, Brett Drogemeyer, and Dalton Wright.
Howdy, howdy.
Start things off with drinks, as we always do. What you got?
Oh, I'm going first, okay. Today, I'm finishing off my last bottle of Spritzer's root beer with rum as always, but this time it's my fancy rum it's not fancy by any means, but it's more expensive than Bacardi. And it's a Soggy Dollar Platinum rum. Very, very good, very smooth rum. I highly recommend it.
Nice. I don't know if I've heard of that rum before.
It's one of my favorites, but I can't get it anywhere around here. So I drink it very sparingly. I use it as my good occasions rum, I guess.
Yeah.
This time it's just because I had a shit day and I want a good drink.
Fair enough. I am having a returning favorite. Another long drink, but this time just the original. Not the peach flavor.
You're gonna get some long drinks for golfing.
Yeah, probably. If we're
And
allowed.
that's how I even heard about it, was a fucking golfing channel.
If we're allowed. I know some courses don't allow outside alcohol.
Listen, no courses allow outside alcohol, but it doesn't mean people don't do it anyway.
That's fair. I guess I should say some courses are very strict about having outside alcohol, and other courses do not fucking care at all.
You see, the trick is you shove it in your bag, and then you open them on hole 2.
And then you put them in a koozie, and you're just like, oh, don't worry, it's just sparkling water. That smells
Not
like
even that.
that smells like gin.
Especially where we're going,
They're not gonna care.
care.
Yeah.
Like, literally the first time I ever went golfing out with my brother, which is like the second time I ever went golfing, he went up and bought a Sprite from them, and then we got onto the course, fucking whipped out Crown Apple, and poured himself a drink. He's like, here's the trick, is you just only buy pop from them, because it's cheaper.
Fair.
And it also happens to be the first time I ever had Crown Apple and Sprite, and fuck, that stuff's delicious.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll see how this golf trip goes. I know you haven't played a lot, but you're, at least the last time we played, are halfway decent.
I'm okay. I'm not good. I'm okay.
I would put myself very much in the not great but passable.
If we're playing doubles, whoever the fuck my partner is probably not going to be taking many of my shots.
We'll probably do like me and you and Blade and Ethan, or some variation where me and Blade are not together.
Yeah, I kind of figured it'd be that way as well. So we're probably taking most of your shots, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Especially drives. I'm dog shit with my driver.
I am very bad at driving.
My irons are okay, because I spent the entire first 2 years of me playing golf, which it's been 5 years already, which is ridiculous. And I play like twice a year, so there you go. But the first 2 years of me playing golf, I didn't own a driver. I didn't own a wood. I also didn't own a putter. I was borrowing Tyler's. So I just strictly played with irons. And so I got decent with irons.
I'm probably the most practiced for recently out of the group, but I'm still not great. Like drive.
Blade and Ethan's gone out recently.
Have they? I don't know if they played it all since.
Ethan was dog shit. He does not own a bag or any clubs, so he just used blades. And he said the entire day they took exactly one of Ethan's shots. It's because Blade shanked the shit out of his drive. Like, basically just lost the ball and said, we're only taking yours because I don't want to go find that.
Fair enough. My drive, sometimes I hit really good drives, other times I just completely fuck it up. But yeah, usually like putting, chipping, irons is where I'm my best.
Chipping is my worst. I I can drive with an iron. I know disc golf terms. Somebody just use those for golf. Mid range, I'm pretty good with.
They're the same, so at least for the
But
most part.
my chipping and approach shots are awful, and my putting is like my putting's pretty bad. If I'm outside of like 15 feet, I'm going to miss. Even inside of 15 feet, I'm probably going to miss.
My putting's halfway decent. I usually two putt, which, I mean, for my skill level is all right. I wish I could like one putt, but I usually
it,
I'm usually focused on getting onto the green and then going from there, not getting it on the green and close to the hole.
I'm pretty well an average of like 3 to 4 putt. I'm not gonna lie. I have birdied exactly one hole in my entire life.
That's kind of rough.
It was a fluke birdie too. Could not have repeated it.
I let's see, what was that? Yeah, I birdied a hole. I chipped it on Fort Hayes' course, the one where you go over the little creek. I can't remember. I think it's hole 7 or something like that. I chipped in from like 60 yards out. I was like walking around like, where the fuck did my goddamn ball go? Walk up. Oh shit, it's in the hole. Fuck yeah.
The only hole I've birdied is hole 3.
Oh,
I've birdied hole 3 at Fort Hayes.
The little par 3.
The should probably be par 2.
Well, par 2s don't exist.
I'm aware, but it's just that short of a fucking hole.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite holes.
Because I don't think I've ever played the back 9. I think I've only played the front 9 of Fort Hayes.
I played the back 9 like twice. I usually play the front 9.
Opposite. I think I've only played back 9. I don't think I've ever played the front. Because front has water, yeah.
No. Front has no water.
Okay, then my statement was correct. I've only played the front.
The only water that the front has is on hole 1, 2.
Well, if you're
3,
like join
4,
my
5, 6.
I'm looking at the map right now.
Oh wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, hole 7. It has that little creek that's usually dry.
I don't see anything on the map for 7. Well, I guess, okay, never mind. It's that little dip.
It's that little ditch. It's usually empty.
Yeah.
You usually don't have to worry about water being in there. That's the only water on the front 9.
Still, my greatest achievement in golf was like the first or second time I was ever out with you guys. It was me, you, and Blade. It's the one that fucking video was sent a couple weeks ago. Hole 7. Again, only having irons. You guys have actual drivers. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. We're Gilmore in this shot. And I outdrove both of you with a Gilmore shot.
That's
Proceeded
right.
to lose
I forgot about that.
the entire match. Like, I lost horribly to you guys. I probably wasn't even within 20 strokes of whoever was second, but damn did I hit that ball good.
Let's see. Okay, yeah. So, if you're looking at the map, from where I chipped in was behind the cart path, on the opposite side of the creek. So over the creek, but not across the cart path yet. It was like 60 yards. I fucking chipped one in from somehow. I don't know how the fuck I did it.
I'm not even sure I'd call that a chip in at that point.
No, it really wasn't. It was more of a... Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I made one from there. That was like my best fucking shot I've ever made. kind of wish we'd play at Fort Hayes, but I'm also fine with Ellis.
Who the fuck is hole 9? What's the...
9 on...
I'm struggling to follow this one.
Go back up.
Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
That has to be 9, but where the fuck do you
No,
hit
it's not.
from?
Keep going to your
What?
left. Keep going to your left. Keep going right there. There's the tee box for 9.
The hell is this then?
It's they keep the surface as the green, so when they're putting in new holes, like when they do a new hole for a new flag placement, they can take a good core punch out of there if they need to, if they mess one up. So it's just extra grass, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I've literally never played the back 9.
Yeah, it's literally just so, like, if they fuck up a core punch when they're doing, when they're changing a hole, they can go from there and replace it with good grass. Ellis has water we got to worry about. Fort Hayes has, like, waist-high grass in the rough you have to worry about.
So I will tell you this much. First hit.
In the
Let's
houses?
go over there. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Because that's a super fucking long first hole. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a par 5, I think.
And then I'm also hitting a house here. I think I've hit a house like 3 out of the 5 times I've played here. Just smoked one of these first 2.
It's been a while since I've played Ellis. I don't really... Well, it's been a while since I played Fort Hayes too, but that's where we did golf practice at, so I know that course very well.
See, I'm getting real back into disc golf, and I'm wanting to play some other courses and tournaments and whatnot, and I want to come and play Ellis's disc golf course again. However,
I don't even
I've
remember.
heard it's kind of suffering right now.
I don't even remember Ellis's disc golf course, like, at all.
I don't remember where the fuck it actually was at. It was like pretty shortly off he came in to Ellis. Yeah, it's up in here. It's a little park.
I think that's just a field.
There's a little park next to it.
By the dam?
And it goes by like a wastewater plant or some shit.
I don't think Ellis has a
Yeah, I don't know,
wastewater
but
plant. I don't know.
it, I've been told that it's kind of suffering a little bit. And in the quality of it right now. Might be over here. Creekside Park. Yeah, that might be it.
By the baseball fields.
Because you play up in these fucking trees, and it just kicks your discs out into the water. And yeah, you come by the ball fields you throw alongside them, because we got our discs stuck up in the batting cages. It's a fun course when it's not, like,
overgrown,
ruined, because I guess they just haven't kept up with it. Victoria, actually, this year, added a small little disc golf course, a little 9-hole.
Nice.
I don't know where it's at, but I'd go play it. Just fun.
Disc golf.
Frontier. I finished 2 over, actually, on Tuesday. Which is really good, considering, like, 3 weeks ago, I went into double digits and stopped counting. So I'm regaining my ability pretty quickly for disc golf. I think in another month's time I'll be back to where I was, being able to consistently score under par.
You gonna play in the tournament?
I'd like to, but I mean, it's already done for this year, so it'd have to be next year.
Next year. I don't know. We're so I play with all my coworkers, and we're starting to, like, put there's a lot of scramble tournaments around here, so we're starting to like enter into some of the scrambles and stuff, playing as a team. But our local golf course just got fucking shut down. So
Why the hell? Why did it get shut down?
their greens were just fucking annihilated by like some grass disease, and they've been shitty for like all year, and they're finally like, all right, no more. You can come play, but you can't do anything on the green. Like, don't even get close to the green because we're treating it. I'm like, well, so there's no fucking point in coming to play then?
So what the fuck are you gonna do? Hit to the green and be like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, you hit to the green, you're like, I two-putted that one. All right, on to the next hole. Yeah. So it kind of defeats the purpose of playing because it takes out like half of the game.
Yeah.
They've been closed for like 3 weeks now, going on 4 weeks, where they're just not allowing anyone on the greens. And like, to be honest, it really needed it because they were really bad. It's like there was no skill involved to putting. It was 100% luck on if your ball would like hit that dead spot and fucking go some weird way. So it kind of sucked, but yeah, and that entire course isn't in the greatest of shape. But like, I can deal with the fairway being a little rough, or there being some dead grass out in the fairways and stuff, or the rough not being cut like that much taller than the fairways are. That's fine. I don't give a shit about that. But like, when the greens are so rough that there's like no skill involved to it, you're just basically relying on luck. It's kind of not that fun anymore.
Yeah. I'd love to start playing some like little C tier tournaments or like charity drive events for disc golf, but there's just none happening right now, at least not in Hayes. I'd have to travel out to like Topeka, Emporia, KC.
Yeah.
Which I would love to play Emporia just in general. It's where the Glassblown Open's held, and it is like the biggest spot in Kansas for disc golf.
Emporia is
like actually,
where Dynamic Discs is based, right?
I don't think so. Maybe. Where is Dynamic Discs located? Oh, just kidding. Yes, it is.
I thought I was right.
But I mean, there's a major held there. Like, coming up here this month is a major for the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
Nice.
Which I would love to play the Glassblown Open, because that is an A-rated tournament, so like there are pros that come out to that one, but it's not a part of like the Pro Series or a championship run or anything like that. It's just a major tournament. And I would be terrible at it, so I'd like to get a little better before
Get a little better before you try it.
I'd also like to play the course first, because I think it's just a really good course in general.
Yeah. See, I'd like to do more disc golf, but I was like, well, where I live now, there is a course. And it's a good course, but I don't have anyone to fucking play with around here. And, like, no one plays. The, like, 3-4 times I've played the course here, I have been the only one on the course. There's been no one else out playing.
I mean, I'm fine playing alone. I've done that quite a few times.
Oh, I don't mind playing alone, but, go play disc golf alone or go play normal golf with all of my coworkers and have fun. Have a little bit more fun.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Jesus Christ, Emporia's got like a fucking 15 different courses.
That doesn't surprise me if Dynamic Discs is based out of there. Dynamic Disc does a really good job of, like, sponsoring courses and stuff. So, like, my local course here is sponsored by Dynamic Disc. Like, all the baskets and stuff were purchased by them and donated to, like, get the course up and running, which is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's these two courses. I think you got Champions Landing, which is played for tournaments. And there's also Jones Park, which is rated as the most technical difficulty that U-Disc gives. It has like like a ski slope rating of green circle, blue square, black diamond, double black. And they have that one rated as a double black. You need to have technical ability and be able to actually aim your throws. Like, there's not much wide openness. You're playing through a lot of shit.
So you're saying I'd lose all of my discs in the brush?
It doesn't mean there's a lot of ways to lose your disc. It just means there's going to be a lot of OBs, a lot of trees to hit.
So you're saying I'm going to break all my discs on trees?
Bro, Cameron was, Jesus Christ. Dude's like training to go through the trees, I'm pretty sure. He hit damn near every tree possible. They did not have a very good game. I had the best game I've had in the month that I've come playing back, so. I did break my back, though.
Damn.
I snapped one of the straps off, so now it's duct taped.
Gotta learn how to sew. Stitch that shit back on.
Nah, I just need a new bag. That's only my second bag. I've had that bag since like 6th grade.
I've never had a...
Not 6th grade. I had like maybe 8th grade freshman year.
I've never had a disc golf bag. I always just use a little drawstring bag. It works. Gets the job done.
But, I guess from real world stuff to fantasy stuff. If we'd like to talk about what we promised we'd talk about.
Yeah, we did promise you guys some Warhammer thoughts.
Were you able to play any more before I got on?
I was not, unfortunately. So,
because you're real close to the end.
Yeah, I know. Update from last time. Last time I said I was real close to buying it. I ended up buying it immediately after we wrapped the podcast. So, I've also been playing that. I got, 8 hours, 9 hours in it? Something like that? 8.2 hours.
Yeah, I've got 12.2, but some of those were idle hours trying to figure out how the fuck to get it to run.
Yeah. Solid state for the win.
Yeah, do not install it on a hard drive if you are getting this game. Because, yeah, it will not work. You won't be able to get through the opening cutscene.
They might have fixed it by now. I don't know for sure. I know there's been a couple patches, though.
There's some new content released. An art book and 2 new cosmetic packs.
Very nice.
McCaggart? I don't fucking know how to say that. Somebody's Chosen and the Ultramarines cosmetic pack. It's all going to be a part of the season pass, though. So.
That shit looks pretty cool.
But no, I have beat the campaign on it, and it was projected from like everybody that's played it to be roughly a 10-hour campaign, and I can confirm I think I finished it. I think my total playtime on Steam was like 10.7 or something like that, but that 0.7 was me trying to figure out how the fuck to run the game.
I'm very close to finishing it. I think I have like a mission or 2 left, and
I'm
at
like the end.
8.5 hours, just about.
So you'll be right around that 9.5, 10 hour mark, right about how long it should have taken.
I've seen some people say like, oh, the campaign's way too short. I don't think it's too short. I think it does a good job telling its story and like kind of just wrapping up at a logical conclusion instead of dragging on like some campaigns do.
Yeah, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not a game that is trying to demand 40, 50, 60 hours of your life to finish its campaign. There's not just a bunch of fetch quest random bullshit to do. It is a on-rails third-person action shooter akin to... The closest thing I can compare it to is Gears of War. Being, on-rails campaign, you're point A, point B, killing shit along the way. Absolute fucking unit brick shit house of a character.
Especially once you get the Thunder Hammer.
And both have chainsaws. Just in this game, it's a chainsaw sword, and Gears of War, it's a chainsaw gun. So it's a very good game. It doesn't overstay its welcome. There's the campaign, like the story. It wasn't anything like fantastic, but it was a good story.
It's a satisfying story. You kind of know what's going to happen from the start, but
One of the one they pay attention to detail like really good. Like I would have never noticed this. I saw a post about it. I don't think this will be too big of a spoiler, considering pretty sure it's a part of the fucking trailer for it. But you're not just fighting bugs. Like there's heretic marines that come in, but when you first start fighting them, there's like the dude that isn't a part of your group. If you look at his eyes, they're a different color. All of the Acadians, due to like their birth and whatnot, have purple eyes. Their eyes aren't.
oh, the dude who you tell
Yeah,
to
the
call his
guardsman.
captain or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He doesn't have purple eyes. So for like anybody who's really deep in the lore, could have probably caught that and been like, "Oh, this motherfucker ain't on our side." Before it showed that he wasn't on your side.
That's like my favorite cutscene so far.
They're a traitor. The dude just gets visibly worried. He's like, "If you are, I'm gonna fucking kill you."
He's just like,
It was a very short but very serious threat. Just, if you're a traitor, I will kill you myself. Call your fucking captain. No niceties, no flourishing of the sentence. Just, I will kill you.
Well, it didn't even end up killing him. He killed himself. He hit the fucking suicide bomb.
No, he killed him before it went off.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he didn't fucking capped him. Like, he clicked the button, capped him, bomb went off.
Damn.
And then you cap everyone else.
Ooh.
But, I haven't been able to play the operations yet. I don't think you have either.
No, I haven't
But it's
touched.
gonna...
Yeah, I haven't touched anything other than campaign. I wanted to finish the campaign first before I tried anything else.
Same. But operations is gonna be more of the same type of stuff, but this time you can be a different class.
Yeah, I know you've played a little bit of the Eternal War, the multiplayer PvP.
Yeah, I was really worried about Eternal War. I was like, this kind of game tends to be kind of iffy on the PvP. Like Gears of War, its PvP was pretty average. Like, I didn't play a lot of it. The little bit I did, it wasn't like a great PvP, but it was fun. I was really worried about this one's PvP kind of being shoehorned in there, just being like, oh hey, we need a fucking PvP mode, otherwise people are gonna be pissed. So here you go. But no, it's pretty fun actually. I was expecting a time to kill of akin to like Halo, due to the fact that you have armor, especially the heavy and the bulwark having even more armor than everybody else does. But that armor really does not last. Like, the time to kill's just a little bit higher than I would put like Call of Duty's at. Like, and that's okay. That's not a great description, because you can dump an entire mag into somebody and they don't die because of their health. But the reason I say that the time to kill is really short is because people are actually kind of playing as a team in this game. Like, people aren't just sprinting off on their own, because you will die that way. Everyone's kind of sticking together. So if you get caught off guard, you're not just getting caught off guard by one dude. You're getting caught off guard by two or three, and there goes your health. So it's pretty good.
It sounds like it encourages teamwork a lot more than some other shooter games do, which is a good thing.
Oh, for sure, and it doesn't like force the teamwork, as in like, oh, you're a okay, there is a quote unquote dedicated tank class, but it's not like Overwatch where it's like you have a very specific role to fill. If you don't do that, the team's fucked. Like there's no healers, no shit like that. But it is your abilities really work well when you act as a team. The Vanguard is a ping to see through walls. So the Vanguard should be constantly doing that to see where the team's at. Your heavies can place down a banner that heals everybody inside of the banner, so it keeps your team together to fight inside of the banner's radius. Your Bulwark's ability is putting up this fucking shield that just takes damage, so you're trying to be front and center to distract everybody from everyone else. Your Sniper has less armor, so he should probably not be in the fight, but the enemy assaults can they can go fucking invisible and sneak up on your Sniper, and then he's dead. So everyone kind of has their role that they just kind of naturally fall into. So it doesn't force team play, but it's very well encouraged without being like you have to be your part.
It sounds like I know in Overwatch, like, if you're even trying something like halfway new and you're not doing good, you're going to get fucking yelled at by your teammates and they're going to be pissed and it's going to be super toxic. Haven't heard any of that at all from this game. Seems like everyone gets along, everyone supports each other.
Oh yeah, and I mean part of that's just because it's still a fairly new game. No one's perfect at the game yet. But I think another part is, unlike what Call of Duty's been doing recently, progression between PvE and PvP and campaign are all completely separate. So you can't have somebody just grinding away against bots, becoming max level, getting all the best shit, and then coming in and just being like, yeah, what's up, and wrecking shop. Like, you have to play with the standard stuff, learn the game, learn your mode, learn the class in PvP before it starts giving you more stuff, which is nice.
I also feel like this is a lot smaller of a community. So
it is.
That also helps keep toxicity down.
The community is also pretty heavily gate-kept, I'm going to be honest. And so people that are toxic coming into the community oftentimes get bullied out of it.
As they should be.
Some people have a pretty big issue with gatekeeping. They're like, you shouldn't gatekeep anything. You should be inclusive to everyone. It's like, have you seen what Warhammer is?
Have you met everyone? Everyone sucks.
I'm pretty sure a very heavy part of Warhammer lore is that, no, you should definitely gatekeep the shit that is good. Because otherwise chaos can infect it, and then heresy starts, and then bad shit happens. Also, I mean, this world was made long, long ago. Like, it's been like 30 years that Warhammer's been a thing. And the people that are into this are really into this, and they are very heavily against it changing to like how our world is today. So, like Harry Cavill, dude got put as the creative director for Amazon's Warhammer series they were making, which was probably the best person they could have put as the creative director. But he's very, very, very passionate about Warhammer. So he's not going to let them do dumb shit to it. And there were interviews and stuff where he's like, yeah, they were wanting me to do this, wanting me to do that, wanting me to have 50% of the cast be female. female characters, have 50% of the cast be diversity characters. And he's like, that just doesn't fit into what Warhammer is. Warhammer as a universe is horrible and incredibly xenophobic. So he's like, you tell you what, there's an entire group of Astartes that are just nothing but female warriors, and they're badass as hell. Let's work them into the show, and then you'll have your people. And Amazon's like, no, we don't want that because the group that is all female is too overly religious. He's like, again, have you fucking seen what we're making?
Do you know anything about the topic we are making here?
The entire universe of Warhammer is fucking religious. Like, what? So they wouldn't let him put in the, I forgot what they're called, but the Sisters of Battle. And they were like, we want you to have the Custodes in there. And Harry Cavill was like, oh, fuck yeah. Custodes is his favorite group. That's what he has as an army for the tabletop. The Custodes are entirely men. They do not allow women in it. They're like, yeah, but we want some female Custodes. And he was like, nah, not fucking happening. This is my favorite group of my favorite thing. It's not happening. You're not changing it like that. And he just pushed back and harder and harder and harder, and eventually they just scrapped the fucking project. So, no longer making a Warhammer series.
Honestly, fair.
Harry Cavill wouldn't bend.
Fair enough. It's... Yeah. Like... When you have something, like, as old as this is, and you have, like, a set precedent, like, this is how this has been. In lore, it's been this way for fucking thousands of years. In real life, it's been this way for, like, 30 fucking years. That's still a long fucking time. And people are going to be, like, especially people who like Warhammer are going to be incredibly, incredibly against changing it. Because that is not how it would work in universe at fucking all.
Exactly. And it's not the first time Amazon or Netflix or anybody has been like super tone deaf to what the lore of an established thing is. The Witcher, another thing Harry Cavill was a part of and super into. The people kept trying to change lore aspects of The Witcher. And Harry Cavill was like, that's not how it works in the lore. And he refused to like shoot his parts that were like that until they changed them. And after like 3 seasons of that or something, the producers got fed up with him pushing back against every decision they made, and they fucking fired him.
And then the show died.
And then the show died. Like, there are hundreds of Warhammer books.
Oh, yeah.
Establishing the lore of this universe.
There's a ridiculous amount of shit you could learn. And the neat part is, to get into it, really, you don't have to learn that much shit. It's very simple at heart.
Well, at heart, it's super complex, but to understand, like, the main themes, the main factions, everything, yeah, it's really easy.
It's easy to understand. It's very deep, though.
Yeah, you can get real lost in the lore of it. I mean, there's 30 years of lore, couple hundred books of lore, dozens of video games, dozens of edition. I think we're on edition 10 of the tabletop. Like, there's so much.
But, like, to understand the basics of it is pretty simple. Like, in the game, it's like, oh, the fucking Tyranids, they're fucking bugs that want to hoard all the fucking biomass in the universe. That's not good. We need to kill them.
They're the Flood from Halo.
Pretty much. Oh, these guys are traitors because they don't believe in the right god. Let's fucking kill them because that's what we do. Not that hard of a concept to understand.
Oh, this is also just all only 40k. If you want to stay in the same universe and go to 30k, aka the Horus Heresy, you'll up the number of books a lot and the amount of lore a lot. Like, people that are into this shit tell you pick one or the other because there's too much to do both. 7 years ago was this post from Reddit, and they said between 30 and 40k there are around 462 books. That was 7 years ago.
There's got to be a
There's
lot
quite a
more.
few more now. And that's not even all of Warhammer, because there was the original Warhammer, which is high fantasy, of the old world, and now the current one, the Age of Sigmar. That's another shit ton of lore to learn. That's where like the Darktide and Vermintide games are in the old world where you're fighting giant rats called the Skaven. I think the Okrin are also a part of the old world Warhammer. In fact, we haven't even gotten into the tabletop.
Yeah, no.
That that becomes even more complicated.
Lots of shit, a lot of stuff set in stone, and I understand why the fan base is not receptive to change, because if you start changing shit, shit doesn't work anymore, and it gets even more confusing than it already is. So just leave the fucking stuff alone.
Yeah, the entire fucking universe would fall apart if we started bringing in like the all the whole like political messages and shit like that modern shows, movies, games, and shit are doing.
If you start changing shit to make people happy, it's gonna make the fan base unhappy, because the entire universe is not gonna fucking work anymore.
As the developers of the Forever Winter stated, a game made for everyone is a game made for no one. And Warhammer has been doing that for 30 years. They're very set in stone with what they're doing. Actually, there was one time where they started to let like a bit of political pressure fall on them, and they like released a poll, or maybe it was an actual character model, I don't know, of a female Custodes, and the entire fucking fan base went feral. And they shut that down real fast. They're like, alright, sorry, my bad. Get the shit out of me. No, I do not. On the podcast. I agree.
Brett, do you want to see a cat eye?
A what?
She has a fucking cat eyeball.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. She started a job at the vet, and she's only been there for like a week or two, and she's already brought home cat. Yeah, she already brought home cat teeth, and now a fucking eyeball.
Was it removed to save the cat's life, or just for fun?
He wants to know if it was removed to save the life, or if it was just removed for fun.
The teeth were. It was all. None of it's removed for fun.
Well,
Teeth.
the cat's already like dead or something.
No, we don't do that.
Okay.
I don't know why this eyeball was removed, because it's a couple years old. Because Andrea had it, and Andrea's leaving and moving, and she just had it in her stuff, so she put it in my locker.
Okay.
The cat teeth, they're rotten.
Cat teeth's understandable. I understand that. I've had cats that have needed teeth removed.
This cat actually went home. Half of its teeth were already missing, and then we took out all these teeth. So that cat went home with one tooth on the top and like 4 teeth on the bottom. So.
Yeah, do not.
And it's like a 7-year-old cat.
not open that package. I will probably throw up.
No, it reeks. I. Have you seen it?
Made that mistake already.
If he wants to see it, I'll send him a picture.
Fucking sure.
He said sure.
It's like
She got real excited.
teen cowboy. Because honestly, it just looks like a small cowboy.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Have you seen one?
A cat's eye before?
A cow.
Or a cow.
eye.
I've seen cow eyes before.
Yeah, he's seen a cow eye. I've held a cow heart. Fucker's huge.
Yeah. So we dissected a cow eye, and I know this is gonna freak, then I'll send to you. Sends it to the wrong breath. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
That does not look like what I thought it would look like. I thought it was going to be smaller than that.
He said he thought it was gonna be smaller.
It's very big on the, like, inside. The part you don't see. It's kind of weird.
I mean, human eyes are kind of chunky too.
Yeah, but that one's, like, cylindrical. It's not as round as I thought.
On my nightstand so it can watch me sleep.
That's fucked.
But then I also did the comment because she's like, it's a cat eye. And I was like, oh my god, I'm building a cat. I already got some teeth.
Cassidy wanted to know the other day if I wanted to invite her on and you invite Cassie on and them do a special guest episode of Smut Books.
I'm down. You gotta convince Cassie, though. What would we do? We just sit back and be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, we'd just kind of chill there, you know, fuck. We'll talk about books, we'll fucking boot up Space Marine, you'll hear us in the background, just, God damn it! I don't read smut books. I read dystopian books when I do read, which is not very often.
Oh my.
You know what? Here's a better idea. You and me, we read a Fate Inked in Blood, and then Brett reads it. Cassie's already read it. It's Viking smut, so it's something you would like because it's Viking, and something I would like.
You know, I can't necessarily argue that one.
I am drinking a Finnish drink at the moment.
Okay, well the Finnish weren't the Vikings. Like,
I
they were
know,
in the
but
same
that's
area,
that's
but-
the people the Vikings hated.
I'm pretty sure they hated the English. They're the one they
The Vikings hated everyone but themselves. So
They fucking sacked England for like 100 some years.
they're not racist because they hate everyone equally.
But anyways, long story short,
No, okay.
Space Marine 2, very good.
I'm going to do one more caveat. Speaking of special episodes, I am going to bring my microphone to Hayes this weekend for Oktoberfest, and I just so happen to have an adapter to plug it into my phone, so I don't even need to bring my whole computer to record. So, we might be able to do a special episode or two while I'm down there. Either while golfing or at Oktoberfest or who knows where, but yeah.
You can take your goddamn mic stand.
Yes, I can do that too. I need to get that. Every time.
I sent mine fucking flying the other day. They were very cheap, like I said, but apparently the main like tension bolt that I have connecting it to my desk became like slightly unscrewed through me moving it around. And I went to push the mic away from me back up to the wall, and I just fucking thunk, took it straight off the desk. It was loud as shit, knocked a bunch of stuff over. That was not very cool, I'm not gonna lie. If you do use the little, like, mic condom, is what I call it, you'll... Oh, here, I'll just fucking send you a picture of it. It's like a pop filter, but not at all.
Does it
I
go?
actually don't know the purpose of it, but I have it on there anyway. You'll have to cut a little hole in the back of it to fit the fucking...
The fuck is that?
plug-in.
I see why you call it that now.
I don't know. I don't know what its purpose is, but I use it. Some people said they do, some people said they don't. I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, I'll put it on there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
Yeah, it's a mic condom. I have no other way to describe it.
Yeah, I really don't... I was gonna say, like, a vibration dampening, but it's... I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah.
Like, the arm itself would have to have the vibration dampener.
Yeah,
Which I don't... There's not really any rubber components of this arm, so there's none of that, but don't be banging the fuck out of your desk, I suppose.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be used for. Yeah, it's kind of fucking weird.
Speaking of, just quick little side note, is Cassie joining you on the way down, or?
I don't know. She hasn't decided yet. I'm hoping she comes, but we'll see.
Well, she's got like fucking 12 hours to decide.
Yeah, I know.
Or, what time are you gonna get here?
Again, I don't know. I'm...
Okay.
It depends. If she's coming, I'll have to come home and, like, get her. But, if she is not coming, I might take off from work early because I have a bunch of overtime and just leave straight from work and fucking get up there. So it'll depend. I'm hoping I'll be there a little earlier than I usually am because I usually don't get there till like fucking 10 o'clock at night. But we'll see.
What the fuck? It scared the shit out of me. There's a loud ass noise. The fucking, like, little bamboo bridge she has in the frog enclosure just fell. Scared the hell out of me.
Fucking frogs.
Dude, it was loud. I mean, the frog's not even on it. Just a little suction cup gave out. Damn.
But yeah, we'll see. After we're done recording here, I'm gonna go see if she actually wants to come or not, because that'll change my time a decent bit. My time of arrival.
Well, fair enough. But yeah, Warhammer, very cool. Space Marine 2, very cool. I've been looking at miniature sets. There's a little starter book that explains all the factions, like the basic rules of Warhammer, like explains the universe a little bit, and it gives you 2 miniatures. It gives you an Ultramarine and it gives you a Tyranid. So the 2 poster children of Warhammer, basically. So not enough to actually play a game with, but
A cool little starter set.
It gives you all the information about the universe. Well, a good start of the universe. And the more important thing is it gives you 2 miniatures to actually build and paint. Because that's a huge part of like getting into the actual tabletop of Warhammer is painting miniatures.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's 2. If you don't enjoy painting these fuckers, you probably shouldn't sink $400 into building an actual army. Because that's a lot of painting you're going to have to do.
That was the next thing I was going to say. I was like, you've been looking at miniatures? Have you also been looking at loans?
I've looked at miniatures and shit for Warhammer. I've looked at the fantasy side miniatures for like the old world. I've looked at what do they call it? Star Wars Legends?
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah, the tabletop one.
Legions,
yeah.
Star Wars Legion. There's also Star Wars Armada, which is the space version. So tabletop games akin to Warhammer, but a little more laxed rule set and whatnot. As well as there's another one. It's called like BattleTech or something like that. It's a fucking mech fighting tabletop. Those seem to be like the big three.
The Titanfall tabletop game.
Because these are all considered war games, and war games differ from board games in quite a bit of ways, but I guess there's a little bit of upset in the community of war games. They're kind of getting board gamified by starting to go to like tiles and hexagon tiles and stuff to actually play them instead of rulers, and that's upset a lot of people.
I don't know. I might be for that. Anything that makes it a little easier to play.
That's always been the thing of war games. It's like, this isn't supposed to be anybody picks up and plays. It's supposed to be for people that are really into the lore, really into being strategic and carefully thinking about all their moves and whatnot, like commanding armies. This isn't fucking Settlers of Catan. This is a entire goddamn army. And so there's a very clear distinction between them, and the people that are into it are like, let it be a war game still. Quit making it a board game.
I don't know. I can understand that to an extent. Like, fucking chess has tiles and stuff. And that game can get super fucking complicated. And you have to really think your fucking moves through.
Oh, yeah, but just that community doesn't like it being dumbed down and casualized. They like the in-depth.
They like the struggle
of it. And yeah, fucking rolling like 20 dice.
Fair enough, I guess.
But I might give it a try. I might buy that little starter set, see how painting it goes, if I just get pissed off because I suck at painting, or if I'm just like, oh yeah, this is cool.
I remember painting fucking like train models with my grandpa when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Like doing the weathering and shit, super fun. Favorite part. Painting it and getting the details right, especially if you like fuck something up, you're just like, it can piss you off.
Well, everyone expects somebody's first miniature paint to not be good. Like, really, the only people that care about what the fuck your models look like from your painting are A, yourself, and B, if you're playing a tournament. There's apparently a rule which is really gay. If you're playing a tournament, all of your miniatures have to be like up to a certain quality in their paint, and they have to use at least 3 different colors. Like, that is a weird fucking rule to have, but alright, whatever.
Yeah. Kind of weird. I don't know.
I'm not playing any Warhammer tournaments anytime soon, or
I wonder
probably ever, so.
I wonder if there's a specific reason for that. There's gotta be.
It's probably some dude just showed up with non-painted, just still gray plastic miniatures, and everybody that was there that's super into it and spent dozens of hours painting their army. I say dozens, hundreds of hours painting their army. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? They're like, yeah, okay. You're not allowed anymore.
I have made up a rule. You are now banned.
Kind of like how Magic put a rule on how many cards you could have in your deck. After one dude showed up with like a deck of 300 cards where 90% of them was draw another card. They just bored their opponents out by drawing like 45 cards in a row.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, yeah, okay, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason behind it. I'm too, I'm not into it enough to know these kind of details.
Neither am I, but if I could find if someone else was willing to put together a kill team and play Warhammer 40k kill team with me, I'd give it a shot.
If I didn't live so damn far away, have to do it on like Tabletop Simulator or something.
Because kill team does simplify the rule set. It's smaller armies, so it's easier to get into. A little more board gamified, but still using rulers and like the stuff that Wargame is known for. So it's a good entry, and that way you haven't spent $800 building a 2,000
point army, yeah.
To just find out that you fucking hate it.
Yeah.
This is like spend $80 and have like 10 to 12 miniatures that you can play a whole kill team match with. See if you even like it at first. It's like, alright, yeah, I can do that.
It's a lot of painting still.
It is still a decent bit of painting, but if you're just playing with your friends trying to figure out if you even like it, you don't even have to paint them at that point. You can just glue them together and get to playing.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I think we're just right over an hour, are we not?
Yep. So.
And I just finished my second drink, making a third.
Damn. All right then.
Yeah, I got the bottle right next to me. Fucking might as well.
Fair enough.
1 Spritzers equals 3 drinks, by the way, in case you're wondering if you're drinking out of whiskey glasses.
Yeah, that seems about right.
If you're drinking out of like, I forgot what they're called, but like normal tall glasses, whatever,
Pint
like
glass?
16-ounce pint glasses. Well, there's pint glasses and highballs. There we go.
Oh,
Highball
yeah.
glasses. I think they're like 12 ounces or something.
Yeah, they're a little
A
small.
whiskey glass, I think, is 7.
Or 6. 7 or 6. It's around there, yeah.
And I do 2 ounces of the alcohol and the rest with the mixer. So just a little stronger than just a shot, but
Not by much.
not by much. It's good. It's a good mix.
But anyway, yeah, that's a good place to end it. We'll see what next episode is. Might be a normal episode. Might be a episode of us on the golf course. Might be an episode of us at Oktoberfest. Well, I guess we'll see.
I guess the golf course would depend on how many people are actually out there. If we have people playing behind us. So if it's just us and there's no one behind us and play, yeah, we can just fuck around on the tee box and like interview.
Oh, I was 100% gonna just like leave the microphone in the golf cart as we're driving around.
That's gonna be a lot of editing.
Nah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
If we play a full 18, it's gonna be like 3 hours of recording.
I just gotta chop it into 3 episodes.
Bro, it's gonna be a whole lot of fucking nothing what you're gonna record. You're gonna get a really faint whack in the background, just followed by a fuck.
Exactly. That's gonna be the great part. You just hear like dead silence for a couple seconds, and hear a fucking schmack and just motherfucker.
I will say if we are in a team, which I bet we will be, we're alternating who drives. I get shafted with being the driver all the fucking time.
Oh, I love driving. I'll fucking drive the whole time. I don't care.
No, I mean I love to drive too.
Oh, okay.
But I always play with like my brother, and he drives the entire damn time. I'm like, let me fucking drive the cart.
Yeah, we
So
can
we're
alternate.
alternating.
I don't care. I'll be a fucking passenger princess. I don't give a shit.
Unless I just get blitzed or something. I'm like, nah, fuck you. You driving.
As long as we don't drive into the pond, we'll be good.
That's pretty hard to do. I mean, Ellis got some pretty bumpy cart paths, but off into the pond takes some special kind of ability.
Oh, I was thinking a couple too many long drinks might be the reason, but
I mean, again, that's a ways off the path. But all right.
yeah, well, whether it's a normal episode or a little bit different of an episode, we'll see you guys next time. So have a good one, everyone.
See you guys later.